into the V10. Apparently it doesn't have any power. Can't make it back up this hill. Oh, it's working great now. Yeah, the guys were driving it yesterday and they said it was not working. I just ripped it up the biggest hill on the property. Okay, I don't know what's happening. They wanted us to look at it. But yeah, I thought maybe it needs a new fuel filter. Maybe it's not getting enough fuel. It's a gasoline V10. This is El Churro. I brought White Lightning today in case we need to tow it up the hill. Nah, El Churro is fine. For those who are just tuning into the show, this is Earl. Earl has a 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel. That's El Churro with a Triton V10. And that's White Lightning with a 12 valve Cummins. And that's Pearl. And we got Earl a nice big dump trailer. We're gonna take this thing, dump all this. This is just old sheetrock we pulled off the building. Before I leave, I'll show you what we've been doing here. So there's these little stone rooms, little tiny buildings. I don't really know what they use them for. I mean, I do. This one just had shelves in it, but the roof was all rotten. So we've been putting new wood on the roof. We just decided it'd be cool to save them. I don't know what the heck we're gonna do with them, but you know, they're solid stone walls. This looks old, as you can see. That all looks old. That's actually siding off of the building that was right there. We just used that because we want it to, you know, kind of have that old antique look. You can see that wood looks old, but it's actually all good wood. So it's kind of perfect for the eaves there. And then even these boards, these are treated boards that we made all these rafters out of, but they're all old treated boards. So we just pulled them off another building that's getting knocked down. So this thing is going to kind of have that rustic look, even though it's all gonna be solid wood. And like I said, no idea what we're gonna do with this building yet, but we will have a little stone room building over here. And then this one, same deal. You can see we've got new rafters going in. This one was actually burned. So this is right next to the burned down building. And it had a bunch of like water heaters and stuff in it. You can see pipes coming in there, and it is just a stone room as well. Stone walls. I mean, it has like cinder blocks on the inside that they kind of made look nicer, but just solid stone little building. And we decided we'd keep it. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. And then I actually just found this building, and I don't know how, because it's right here in the middle of everything. But I just was like, where'd this building come from? There's just so many buildings out here. And I looked in here, there's nothing of value. Looks like they kept all their sodas and waters and stuff in here. But we're just gonna knock this building down. It is not solid stone, it is stucco and a junky little roof, so not worth fixing up. Bulldoze. I have not pulled anything behind Earl since we got the new transmission. So we got a brand new Randy's transmission, a stage 1. It feels great driving it around with nothing, so this will be a test. That's a heavy load. The trailer is overflowing with sheetrock right now. It is totally packed with sheetrock. This is a very heavy trailer load. We'll get her on the highway and see how she feels. Go ahead, turn on tow haul. I'm gonna turn on this toot button. It looks like a toot to me. And we're off. Get out of the way. Move, move, move. Come on, come on, come on. All right, let's do this. That was 1 to 2, 3. Dude, that feels good. 4. Heck yeah, this is great. 5. All right, so I was driving Addie to school today. She's my oldest, she's almost 13. And I was driving her in the 91 first gen Dodge. And it's a little rough around the edges, which is why I love it. But as you can imagine, a 13-year-old girl probably doesn't love that. So I'm driving her to school in it. And I was like, hey, Lincoln has talked about wanting this to be his first truck. They're 6. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, that'd be a pretty cool first truck for him. She was like, yeah. I'm like, would you ever want this to be your first vehicle? And she was like, does it even have air conditioning? And I was like, no, it does not. She was like, yeah, I'm out. And I was like, if it had air conditioning, would you be in? She was like, no. Which I guess, you know, I can't have a daughter that when she turns 16 wants to just be perfect and drive a 91 first gen 12 valve Cummins dually flatbed 4x4 pickup truck. A man just can't have it all. At least I got a son that wants to do that though. That reminds me, y'all wanna know what my first truck was? It was pretty epic. It actually was a 91 as well, which I was first driving in 2000. So that was a 9-year-old pickup. But it was a Ford F-150 two-wheel drive, 6-cylinder. Yeah, I'm sorry to admit it, but I drove a 6-cylinder gas two-wheel drive F-150. This is embarrassing for all of us. No, it's actually a really good truck, and I was super pumped to have it. I didn't care that it only had like 150 horsepower. It was awesome. Just getting back into town. Earl's running great. Transmission shifting great. Plenty of power. It is pulling this trailer with no problem. So thanks to Randy's transmission. Thanks to Holden Bros for getting this old boy back on the road. Gotta dump this trailer load now, and then I will see you guys back at the HQ. This is called a trash pump. It's a water pump, but we probably didn't empty it when it was freezing outside, or we ran it too long. Either got too cold or too hot. It's got a crack in this housing. I'm gonna pull that off and see if that's the only place we have a crack, and then see if I can order a new one, because everything else is fine. We just have a crack here, so it sprays water out of it. So this piece looks fine here. That hooks to the crankshaft of the engine. This piece is very rusty, but looks fine. And this piece is just cracked, and it just looks like some cast aluminum. So it looks like I just need to see if I can order this. After doing some research, I think the easiest thing is just to pull everything off. I was gonna just see if I could order just that housing, but I can't find just that. It's probably available somewhere, but I found a whole nother water pump that should bolt right to this little motor. So gonna go get that, and we'll see if I can put this thing back together. Also, while we're here, we got 3 new boxes. These are all for the Bronco Raptor. They're from deviateoffroad.com. And I actually, when I went on the Raptor run with the Bronco, I said, I've seen these panels and they go in the back window. That's these. And so they actually reach out and they're like, hey, we'll send them to you. So we have some brand new panels. Appreciate that, Deviate. I've actually ordered stuff from them before. My front camera relocation bracket that I have on there right now, I bought from them. So it was really cool to see them reach out, and really appreciate that. We're going to put these on. This actually goes around the center console. These are for the door panels, and this is all just like Molly, so you can weave stuff in and hook stuff on up out of the way. Speaking of out of the way though, I need to move this old piece of junk Bronco out of here. God, get out of the way so I can bring in the good one, because I hate this stupid old one. What is that, you may ask? It's actually a really cool old Bronco. This is Donuts. He actually just left it here. He needed a place to keep it for a while. He's like, can I keep my old Bronco at your house? And I was like, yeah. This thing is so cool. So anyway, I think the keys are in it. I haven't actually started. It's been here for over a month, probably close to 2 months. Never done anything with it. He was like, you can drive it if you want. And I was like, I don't want to drive this thing. It's so freaking nice. But I need to move it. So let's see if it starts, because the battery might be dead after sitting here this long. I don't know where the key goes. Oh, there it is. I don't know which key goes in that hole. Already can't even drive it. Okay, I tried this key, I tried this key, I tried these 2 keys, I tried this other key. It's the tiny keys. I thought these were like padlock keys. Yeah, that works. Okay, let's see what she's got. Yeah, buddy. Dude, I love this thing. So cool. Automatic. How do you work this? Whoa. I killed it. Okay. Let her warm up a little more before we shift her into reverse. Nice, it says it's got Bluetooth radio up there. Like, someone went through this and made this really nice for like a Sunday driver kind of car. This is cool. All right, let's try it again. Reverse. Oh yeah. It would kind of be a lie to say that this is my truck, but possession is 9/10 of the law. So would it be a lie? This has been in my shop for 2 months. That's my old Bronco. Man, that thing looks good. I've actually never parked the new Bronco next to the old Bronco. Let's see what they look like together. You guys are all gonna vote, as am I, old Bronco. But we'll put them next to each other just to see. I wanna see the size difference too, because those old Broncos are little, and this thing is friggin' fat. That's cool. So you can see where they got a lot of design features. They made these new Broncos look similar to those. You can see those round headlights are key right there. They made some pretty cool Broncos in the 80s, like the one I used to have. I had 83, but they're all boxy and square headlights. These have a lot of similar features. You can see this little rise right here. See a little rise right here. We got a little bit bigger tires. Looks like he's got some 35s. I got 37s. They're actually pretty similar size. You can see height of both the hood and the roof is pretty similar. His is jacked up a little more, I think, but I have bigger tires, so it makes them just about the exact same size. I have them lined up here. You can see the nose is in the same spot. Mine is a 4-door, so it's a little bit longer. You can see it has a couple extra feet out the back here. But overall, similar size width and height, which I didn't expect. I thought mine would look a lot bigger than it does. So there it is, the old and the new. Which one are you driving? So currently, the only storage we have is this little bitty pocket, which as you can see, fits a couple things. And then there's a little bitty bin down here, and it's pretty tiny. So these windows, this whole area between the roll bar and the window is totally useless because you can't see it. You can't see through it from the driver's seat. And it's just, you can't really store anything up there right now, it'd fall down. But I'm thinking with these things, it's gonna be the perfect way to store some stuff. So they go in between roll bar and up here somehow. And I think you can still put stuff behind them too, or you can hook things actually to them. I'll be back in a minute. I got instructions. I'm gonna start putting stuff together. I built this, put all the little brackets on it that is needed to hook it in. And this goes right up in here. And so I'm gonna crawl up in here real quick. So it looks like, yeah, this is perfect. So these Broncos, they're made, they call them accessory ready. So they have like points to hook all kinds of stuff all over this whole truck. Like there's stuff on the hood, there's stuff on the tailgate, everything. But you can see we have a threaded hole here, which from the factory does nothing, but that'll hook to this. We have a little bracket here with 2 holes, which will go right there to those 2. And then another bracket right here, which will actually use this seat belt bolt there. So I just need to take that out, these out, and it came with a bolt to go in there. And this will go in there. I'll be right back. Boom, look at that. So, solid, as you can see. And if you didn't know any better, you just assume it's factory. I like that. I mean, it sits all in there flush and is freaking good looking. So we can hook whatever to this. It's just like kind of like Molly webbing, which the back seats from the factory come with that kind of stuff already on them. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this one now. Whoa, look how good that looks. Cool. So what also is kind of neat is there's now like a pocket behind here where you can could put things. Gosh. Got it. Anyway, what I was saying is I could leave stuff back there behind it. This is great. This is a little emergency med kit. It's got a tourniquet, it's got a bunch of stuff for life-saving stuff. Good to have on hand. And for those who don't know what Molle is, M-O-L-L-E, that is Molle webbing right there, and this is what attaches it. So it's a really cool way to have a firm attachment, and that is what this stuff uses. And so I can mount that thing right there, just like that. And then I also have some bags. I'll probably put one like bigger bag here that can be used for tools or supplies or whatever we're gonna be needing that day. Like when I went to the Raptor run, I had some tools, I had a tow strap, and all that stuff is just like everywhere back here. And so we were driving off-road and you could just hear it like bouncing around and jumping. And when I came back to look at it, it's just everywhere because it wasn't hooked down. So that made me go, man, I want a way to hook stuff down. So this is perfect. I will always know where my med kit is. It's right there. I know where a tourniquet is, which, you know, we do stuff where it's good to have a tourniquet on hand. So I'll have everything organized, neat, and in place, and then still have the entire back of this wide open. And these seats lay down too, so if I need to have a lot of room, I don't have to have all my stuff just piled back here, rolling around whenever I'm driving. That's cool. I love it. And from the outside, you can't see, it's not, I like those like Jeeps and stuff that have like gas cans all over them, but like, I think it looks cool. I just don't want it for my daily driver. And so this is nice where I have a way to have storage stuff, but it's inside hiding. And then of course back here, if you're turning back looking, it's not gonna be in the way. It's not gonna block my view. I don't look through those back windows when I'm driving, so I'm freaking pumped with how that turned out. That is super cool. The other two things they sent were for the front. One goes on the front door. So right now from the factory, it just has a little elastic cord, a little elastic netting. And so this replaces that with a nice metal hard pocket and has it for both doors. And then the other one goes along the center console on the sides. I think I'm not gonna put that one in. That one's for if you're doing serious off-roading, you're mounting screens or comms or things like that. It also has a bridge that comes over the top of it right here that you can mount your phone mount to. You can mount a little like extra screen because they have things for mapping and stuff like that when you're going off-roading through the desert and stuff. Makes sense. Doesn't make sense for me. I don't think I need that. So I'm gonna put the door pockets in, and then I think that's all I'm gonna do on the Bronco today. Done. That looks cool. My doors are so dirty. I need to clean this thing. I was concerned about it sticking out a little further and hitting my leg. No, that is not a problem. Sweet. All right, so now I have a bigger, stouter pocket down there. Yeah, this is awesome. Cool. Okay, so those front door pockets take about 3 minutes to install each with easy tools, and these take probably about 30 minutes to install total. So very easy, thanks to deviateoffroad.com for sending those to me. Now our Bronco is more capable. It's better today than it was yesterday. Also, look what just showed up thanks to the delivery man. I think it will bolt right on. I did all the measurements myself, which is how you know they're good. I'm just a little worried though, because it is a different pump. It just looked like it had the same bolt pattern as that. So I'm hoping, looks pretty dang good. Heck yeah, dude. Sweet. Cool, check that out. I really thought about buying an entire new trash pump setup, but this thing's only like a couple years old, and I was like, that seems kind of like a waste. It's like 700 bucks, this whole thing. And I was like, well, maybe I should just buy a new one though, because I might not be able to find this, and if I do, it might not actually fit and work, and then I'm gonna waste the time and money trying to put it back together. But I found this thing for $113, and it was 30 minutes away. It's in San Antonio, and we got it here day of. I think it's gonna work. I'm pretty sure I got all the seals right, and we have a freaking working water pump again, which means we can suck water out of the pond, put it into a big tank, take it and spray down the road and keep the dust from going everywhere. Plus, we kind of need to build another fire truck or fire trailer in case of fire, because it is just so dry in Texas right now. So I've been kind of wanting to fix this. I just hadn't done it yet. But now I think we got a working water pump. Giddy up. We're gonna unload the lowrider, and I have bad news. So we put stuff on top of that shelf, and we did not have that shelf in. So you can see we just hooked it to the wall. We didn't think we needed it. So we didn't have a shelf here. Stuff fell off of that onto the trunk lid and got her real scratched up. It just stuff sat here and then just kind of vibrated the whole way back, unfortunately. All the straps. Oh, the one on the roof broke?
No, I said the straps broke loose. Like,
what do you mean?
They're loose. They're all loose. I didn't undo them.
Oh, what the heck? I hate this car. It's always broken. Look, even our light's coming off down here. Everything's just broken. Underglow's broken. Trunk lid scratched up, which there were already some scratches on here, but now there's just, I mean, that's... this car. Just need to get rid of it. All right, we're gonna try to get out of here. We also popped the tire, because when it sinks all the way down, sometimes it bounces and just rubs the sidewall of the tires. So at the Burnout competition, I popped 0 tires. On the trailer ride home, popped a tire. I forgot to film. We got it unloaded. Mikey just pushed it. Muscle Mikey. And yeah, so if you watch the video, once we went and saw the video, we kind of figured out what happened. We blew an axle, I think as soon as I gunned it. Someone said they heard a pop. As soon as I gunned it, only one wheel was spinning. So I think I instantly blew one axle. So just this right tire was doing a burnout, which you can tell. That one got nice and hot. Took down most of our tread in only 30 seconds. And this left one has a lot of tread left because it was not doing a burnout. It actually was a little bit. No, I bet that's from someone else's tire that just got stuck up in there. Because there was no smoke coming from the left side. It was all a right side burn, and it had a welded differential. So we kind of expected this thing to break at some point, but it actually did, it went a long ways before it finally broke. But we broke the axle, we threw the drive shaft out, and then we got a flat tire in the front on the way home. I think I'm gonna pull this motor out and save the motor and sell the car. It's not, I hate admitting I'm wrong, but it's not a great burnout car. It just breaks too much, which is kind of what burnout cars are supposed to do, but it's too much.
I'm about to show you guys the most gangsters burnout that happened at Cletus and Cars. That thing was disgusting.
Okay, I'm keeping it. We're keeping the car. We're taking it to every Cletus and Cars. It's gonna be great, guys. This is gonna be great. That guy loved it. No. Check it out. I got my toe strap back in there. That's perfect. I was gonna just hang it on here, but I didn't realize how much room there was gonna be in between. And so it's perfect for stuff like that. And now that thing is nice and secure, not going anywhere, and not sitting here, bouncing around everywhere. So got one D-ring right there. It's got a point on the other side as well. And it also has two on the front so that you can move that D-ring to any of these spots if you need to, you know, tow it or drag somebody or whatever. You also can take this winch, go out, put a pulley. Ooh, I should put a pulley in there, a snatch block. Go out, put a pulley on something and come back and hook to your D-ring, and then you double the power that this thing will pull with. So slowly but surely getting this thing all fixed up to where it's gonna be freaking perfect. All right, we have a lot of work on the Impala, either to fix it so we can run it again, or fix it so we can sell it. I'm leaning towards sell. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with that or not. Should we get rid of the thing that's broken all the time and put efforts into something that will not be broken every time we do literally anything in it? Thanks for watching this episode of Off the Ranch. I love you, and I'll see you next time. I'm on fire!
Oh. Hey, what camera is that? Number...
Shut up! Don't tell Mare.